Hi, and welcome to Wisconsin. Welcome to Knit and Deb's Nook. This is Debbie, Knit and Deb, also known as Diamond Deb. I have been crocheting a little and knitting a little, so I'm not completely gone from yarn, so stay with me. But diamond painting, I do while my husband's at work. So I sit at the table and do it, or if he's at home too, I do it. But well, for watch show, I'll use yarn. Anyway, I'm working on mystery mosaics, and it is. I don't know if you can see that. If you see the little numbers, they might be reversed. I'm not sure. There's little numbers on there. What I actually did was photocopy this out of a book I have. And the numbers correspond to a color. The colors are on the back of the coloring book. It is a coloring book, but the little squares in it are sized just right for diamond painting. So this one is called Square Mandalas. New format of color by number book, 3 by 3 millimeter sections. Now, the round diamonds are actually 2.8, but they fit in there real well. And there is a little white showing when you get the diamonds on, so you could actually color this first and then put the tape on, and so then the background wouldn't show. So here's the, let's see if I can find the page that this was on. Is this it? Yes, this is it. So the page is still intact in the book, so it could still be a coloring book. But I photocopied onto cardstock. And then what I do is I take, this is, you can get this at Joann's or Joann's online, possibly directly from Diamond Dotz. But it's Diamond Dotz Freestyle Dot Sandwich Adhesive. And it's double-faced tape, so there's a covering on both sides of this. You cut it to the size of your painting, and you place it on there. You peel off the back, stick it down, and then when you peel back the second, because it's double-sided tape, then the surface becomes sticky to adhere your diamonds. And I got this from gbmaltese on YouTube. GB, George Barna, Maltese, like Maltese dogs, I believe, on YouTube. So if you go to her channel, she's got links to where to buy these coloring books on Amazon. And someone told me that they had them at Dollar Tree, so I'm gonna have to someday go and get them. But I've put washi tape around the edge. That's because where the glue overlapped, because I wasn't precise in my cutting. But what you do then is you just, this one I'm doing yellow, and I have all the Diamond Dotz colors. I get these at Joann Fabrics. So they come in these nice jars for storage, which is nice because then you don't have to have a storage system. So these are premium resin dots, 13 facets. So pour them into your tray, which my tray, if you remember, is from a Serial Craft Printer. Look at how beautifully they line up in there. So then you find the yellow is number 2, which is from the guide on here. Number 2 is yellow. So I've gone through and picked out colors that correspond to the colors out of the stock that I have. Ideally, I would have every color of Diamond Dotz someday. Then it would be a lot easier to find the exact color you need. I do these one by one because the 4-placer, because they're just that little bit of millimeter off or centimeter, it doesn't place them correct, so I've been doing them one by one. But I will do a checkerboard like that space them out, and then go back in and fill every other one, and that keeps them even. So I've really been enjoying this. I did one. Let me grab it. It's close by. I did this one the other day, and you can't tell what it looks like because it's called a mystery mosaic. And when I first was doing it, first when I looked at it, I thought it looked like a sailboat, and then while I was doing it, I thought it's a carousel, but it's a sailboat full of flowers. So my husband called it the Mayflower. Isn't he cute? But I did use different colors than it called for, just because I didn't have the beige that they wanted. So, and I've sealed this with high gloss color sealant. So then it's where it doesn't have any beads. It was sticky, so now that's all sealed in. Now this could be mounted on anything. It's done on cardstock. You can make a big picture out of it, you know, with matting, or frame it like that. So it's just fun to do without having to continually buy kits from other companies. At first I started out using up all my leftover drills, excuse me, from other paintings, and then it was like, well, there wouldn't be enough of one color, so I decided to go. And Joann's usually will have them on sale. One week I got them at 40% off. Now they're on sale 30% off, so it's a little savings. So I grab a few different colors each time I get over there, which isn't real often. But if you buy them on Joann.com, you have to buy 4 jars of each color. So I like being able to go to my Joann's and just getting 1 jar of each color that I want. Now I did order black and white online because I will use all 4 jars of those colors. So that is what I'm doing now. I finished my Wells of Salvation. I should have had that over here handy to show you, but I'll do that in another video with a little review. And I did order a Chuck Pinson Quiet Cove from Diamond Art Club, and I will do an unboxing video of that. I just wanted to take a break from the Wells of Salvation because that one was huge. It really took a lot of time, but it is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm so glad I took the time. Now I just have to get my husband to make frames. He needs a saw, so we're going to look into getting a saw so he can make me frames, because the diamond paintings end up being odd sizes. They don't fit in your everyday normal frame. So if we can do some custom framing, that would be great. He's so talented with wood and metal. He's a talented guy all around. So, let's see. I have been going to physical therapy, and I am getting better, praise God. She's given me exercises to do, and she wants me to go to the pool 3 times a week. Well, I don't go much out in this heat. I don't tolerate the heat very well. So I haven't been going. I didn't get to the pool this week. I did go last week. But by the time I get there, get all ready, you know, and finally get into the pool, and then I spend 15 minutes in the pool, and it takes me another 20 minutes just to shower and get dressed there, because there's no handicap things there. So it makes it very difficult to get dressed. You know, the benches are real low for young physical people, and there's no grab bars. There's, you know, just nothing available for older disabled people that have problems, you know, putting their shoes on without sitting down. So I mentioned it to them. Whether anything will get done, I don't know, but it makes it'll turn off to not even be able to go, you know? It seems like it's such a hassle. And I was like, oh, wouldn't it be nice to have my own pool? But then you got to take care of that. But I did have a bone scan. It's called a DEXA scan, and Medicare wants you to have that every couple years once you get on Medicare. So I went for that, and it's basically like getting an x-ray, but there is no radiation. So I got the results back from that, and my bones, the report said that I have the bones of a young adult. Wow, isn't that amazing? I've never broken a bone or anything, and so that they told me to keep up whatever I'm doing, and I'm like, I don't even drink milk because I can't. So I'm getting enough of my calcium in, you know, beans and kale and things like that. That's always good to know that there's not a deficiency, because my mother-in-law had osteoporosis, and it was horrible. She, you know, her bones would break so easy. So I am very happy to find that out. You know, I'm basically healthy. I just got aches and pains. Oh, and one of the things that is causing most of my hip pain, which causes my knee pain, is my, you know, I have bursitis in my hip, in my groin area. What is happening from sitting in a recliner, it's pinching that nerve. So who knew that, you know, you think you're relaxing in a recliner and it's actually hurting you. So I've been on this quest to find a straight wingback chair, and kills me to go out and walk through those giant furniture stores to find that they have nothing. You know, back in the 80s, we had all kinds of wingback chairs in early American pattern. But no, it's really difficult to find a wingback chair. And I'm not going to order one online because I have to sit in it. I found one at a local furniture store called WGNR, and it's local to my area. And it was very comfortable. It had a 22-inch seat, which left my feet, you know, firmly on the floor, and I wasn't pinching the back of my knees. It was fit my leg length perfectly. But it was so ugly. Oh my gosh. And I just couldn't justify buying an ugly piece of furniture just to be comfortable. It would not have gone in my living room. Not that that matters, but it was such ugly fabric. And it wasn't that cheap for being supposedly that fabric on closeout. So she said I could order it any fabric I wanted, but it would take 20 weeks to have a chair. Well, I don't have 20 weeks to wait to be comfortable. So we're trying different things out. We have an old wooden rocker that I used when I was pregnant with my children that we had reupholstered, and that works. I sit on a piece of foam rubber, which isn't pretty either, but it seems to work. But I can't sit there long, which I'm not supposed to sit long anyway. But it, you know, it's wooden arms and wooden rockers, so it pinches my arms, makes it kind of uncomfortable to knit and crochet for any length of time. So we're still on this quest. Now my husband says he wants to make me a chair. Well, I need a chair now. So this weekend we're going to go over to Habitat for Humanity Restore and see if there's any there that aren't too bad a shape. I mean, I can always buy a cover, I guess, but I'm not going to pay a high price and then have to cover it. So I will let you know how that goes. But what a trek. Who thought that would be so hard to find a nice high back, wing back chair? So that's my dilemma, and I'm running out of time. So I hope this was interesting to you, and I will see you soon. Have a great week, and keep on doing what makes you happy. Bye.